Pay attention. The ferry leaves at 10 a.m. Roads are busy.
Great.
Dad, pack the boot.
Yeah.
Rosie, got your teddy?
Uh-huh.
Honey, how's the car?
Windows clean, car wax
I meant the tyres.
Oh, sorted them at Quick Fit last week.
Brilliant.
Planning the perfect getaway this summer? Make sure your tyres are up for the job. Book today at quickfit.com or your local centre. Quick Fit. Drive away happy every time.
Are you a lifelong fan of General Hospital?
Are you a new fan who wants to know more about the history of the show?
Do you enjoy talking about the show with others?
Do you find yourself yelling at the TV?
Is your self-care an hour a day in Port Charles?
If so, we invite you to join hosts
Amanda Kimmel
and Shannon Coach at the place where all the hidden conversations take place and secrets are revealed.
Meet us at Pier 54,
a General Hospital fan podcast.
Hi.
Hi.
Welcome to the...
That was like a really excited hi for me.
Hi.
I had my Dunkin' this morning. Hello, everyone.
Uh-oh. Welcome to the General Hospital recap. This week, we only had 3 episodes. Thankfully, we had 3 episodes, though, because the wild card was Tuesday and Wednesday, and it's the best of 3. So there was a chance that we could have also not had it on Wednesday, but we didn't have to worry about that.
You know, some people don't know what that means.
It's baseball. There were sports happening.
Okay.
I'll just do it.
I figured it out, but that was the explanation.
I said MLB. I'm sorry. It was the Major League Baseball wild card.
No, so I went to watch the show yesterday and was going to watch all 5 in a row, and only 3 came up. And so a couple weeks ago, there was that day that it wasn't on Hulu, but you could get it on something else. And so I texted Shannon and was like, just making sure that I'm not supposed to be looking somewhere else because I don't see it listed anywhere. And she replied back with, it's the wild card, and we're lucky that we got 3 days instead of 2.
I think I said MLB wild card.
And I'm like, okay, I think I know what this is. And then Ryan asked me why there was only 3 episodes, and I was like, because it was that whole pick thing, and he was like, what? And I was like, I think it's for baseball. I know it's a sporting something. And he was like, I have no idea what you're talking about. And I was like, I'll read you the text from Shannon in the morning.
It's like one of the only times that baseball is ever going to interfere with General Hospital. So
the more you know.
So, oh yeah, the pipeline is that we were preempted Tuesday and Wednesday. I think that's all that we had. Oh, no. I'm sorry. Our colorful court commentator, Samantha. I love that she gave herself a title. Yes. Oh, it's your color commentator. Sorry, color commentator. I have a complaint that I kind of think you will agree with me about. There were 2 encore presentations instead of new episodes. So we watch on Hulu, and let me look at Hulu. I didn't even look to see if there was.
No, there wasn't.
They did. They had season 59. They showed.
Oh, because I was still on season 60. It didn't pop up.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, because I'm like, no, there was 3 episodes. I know that.
I forgot to look after reading this, too. So they shared Wednesday, May 4th, 2022, Sonny is visited by an old friend, and it looks like he was in Nixon Falls. And then Friday, May 6th, 2022, it says Willow is in disbelief. Were those the 2 that were shown, though? Because I thought they revisited Sean Donnelly. I thought that I saw that was one of the... Oh, wait, is that when they did his... No, they did his...
Mm-mm.
And it was the year before. Okay. I thought I saw that they were re-airing Sean Donnelly's memorial. Anyway, back to Samantha's message. I am beyond upset that GH did not show at least one of those days as an encore presentation of an episode where Billy Miller was highlighted. Y'all, there were 2 days they could have put spotlight on his talent, beautiful smile, and all the things we will not get to see again. Just like the Quartermain picnic could have been for autism. Those 2 days could have been... By the way, love that little throwback to Samantha pays attention.
She does.
She listens to us. Those 2 days could have showcased Billy Miller. I am mad. When else would there be a better time to spotlight Billy? Just my 2 cents. I would love to see Billy as Jason or Drew one more time. Sad face. What are y'all thoughts? Love CM. So my immediate thought is if these episodes are released, so the writers just came back from strike.
Right.
In my opinion, I think that they would have not rushed that, but also like they still haven't done anything for Bobby.
Right.
Which, I mean, yes, we should have at least seen In Memory of Billy by now, I feel.
Yes.
I feel like we should have, but perhaps there's something.
The day that we had, was that last week that there was the In Memory of? I thought for sure.
Yeah.
And then it was not.
But that guy passed away right before Billy.
Okay.
So
Right. Maybe we're getting there.
maybe, I mean, I know Young and the Restless did. Is that what he was on? Young and the Restless?
No idea.
One of the shows did a little montage. Part of me is just wondering if it had anything to do with the writer's strike. If there's not a good reason, something like that, then I 100% agree. That's just something that I kind of thought about was maybe
it might have been, that the temporary writers did not want to touch that, especially with the fact that we do still have the character of Drew.
Right.
And so, like, how are we flashing back to Drew as Billy when we have Drew now as Cameron without messing up tons of storyline? Unless they do like a...
They could do that, though, because they've done that before when they've shown...
They could, but that's
like
what I'm
other
saying.
Carly.
Yes, but I'm saying that maybe the temporary writers didn't want to handle that.
Right, because how much do they really know about... Yeah.
Right. They were maybe afraid they would get in trouble for doing too much or not doing enough or confusing storyline right now.
Right.
That would be my only thought.
I understand, though. I really, really do hope that they do something.
They better do something, yes.
Or would people get mad about the fact that they did something for Billy before they do something for Bobby? Which are just two totally different things. I mean, Bobby has 40 years on the show. That needs to be a thing. They cannot, you're right, they cannot do anything for the character of Drew. But yeah, perhaps there should have been a clip show of some sort or a montage. But again, should this really surprise us considering what they did for Stuart Damon?
Right.
Hate to say it, but like, they should really, 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 really listen to the fans when these people pass away.
Right.
And go to social media, see what people are sharing the most of these people in memory of, oh my gosh, I loved it when he did this. Oh my gosh, do you remember when Alan was stalking Monica and Rick? That was great. You know,
I love that one of your go-to memories is stalking.
Didn't you watched that episode, right? Where he was stalking them on the pier? I love that pop music that they used in the 70s that I can't really explain it. It was just like a different vibe. It was a vibe that they put out there, you know? I don't know. But it was because we loved Alan.
Oh yeah.
So we knew Alan when he went through his addiction.
Right.
But our hearts were broken for him because we loved him before. He was such a great dad for Emily.
Yes.
And you know, we didn't know how crazy he was.
One of those great memories when he was stalking
when he was
someone.
trying to kill Monica and Rick.
Yeah, those are the good old days.
It was. It really was. It was before we were born too. But no, I absolutely agree. Hopefully they do something. I hope that they do something.
Yeah,
so
I'm sure that they will.
It should not just be limited to the show that he was on at the time.
Right.
So I guess on to this week's Hulu headlines. Did you have anything? I feel like nothing really happened this week anyway, so.
Nope.
All right, on Monday, Valentin confers with Martin. Kevin shares his theory. Laura is insistent. Anna voices her suspicions, and Gladys is in the hot seat. On Thursday, Valentin surprises Anna, and Sasha is in danger. So we're only down to 2 sentences there. And then on Friday, Michael and Willow ponder a decision. Carly is shaken. No? Surprised?
Right.
Caught off guard?
Yeah. Even shocked. I would have gone with shocked.
But not shaken.
No.
Anna makes a request. Nina shares news with Valentin. Christina is filled with anticipation.
Wow.
Right?
They're really jazzing up her feelings.
Oh. So I had a thought, about, this is where like editing and listening comes in handy, because then you think about something that you said and you're like, oh, I really could have expanded upon that. Or when I go back in. So no, because we've been complaining about Michael wanting Willow, or complaining about Willow going back to work. What if he wants her to, but then we talked about the fact that Jason actually raised him and like blah, 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 blah.
Right.
Didn't raise him entirely, but like at the beginning part of his life, Jason was there, not Carly. What if he wants Willow to be the mom that he didn't have?
No.
Okay.
I'm going to shut you down there because their relationship is so close, and Michael doesn't talk about those years. I mean...
Yeah, we've never seen him be like, but you abandoned me.
Right.
It was, no, you did what you had to do because you were not handling things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you left me with someone responsible and caring and loving, and...
That's good parenting.
Made me, smarter because he's reading travel books to me instead of just sitting me in a playpen and leaving me there all day. So... I don't think that he
Jason
has
reading to Michael. That was always the best.
I know. But I don't see him having any resentment towards Carly or feeling like he missed out on anything. because Carly wasn't around.
Okay. That was just my thought from last week.
If you would have said that he was like really committed to the marriage and needed Willow to be really committed to, with like no chance of divorce, as much as that's not possible, but pretend that it is because it's soap world, I would be like, yeah, sure, that makes sense, because he had a lot of back and forth from their divorces and the different stepdads and blah, 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 blah. But as far as how they were raised, he does not have any complaints as far as his mother was not there, because she did what was best for him when she needed to, and then she was there.
Yeah. Well, because like I even say it to my kids sometime, and I'm like, I feel guilty for the times that I wasn't there.
And they tell you that you're cray.
Right. They're
Just
like
like I
you
did.
were there. They're like, we remember you being there. Well, I was working 2 jobs a lot. I was going to school and working. So like, yeah, I was not there.
But you were.
A lot. They sat at the table and colored with me while I did homework.
Yeah.
But still, we remember that stuff. But I am glad when they tell me that. But you're right. Like Michael doesn't remember Carly not being there.
So yeah, I'm going to shut down your theory. Sorry.
Okay. I was at least trying to figure out a rationale behind it. It didn't happen really, though, this week. He scared the heck out of her, though.
Right. He couldn't have sent her a text and been like, hey, I'm stopping by your work. We need to discuss something important, but the kids are okay.
Fine.
Or something. Yes.
Right.
Yeah. Like, there is technology now to not give your partner a heart attack by just showing up at their work and looking for them.
Right. Yeah.
All right. So do you want us to just roll that in to storyline?
I guess, because
talking about being at the hospital and thinking that things are wrong, Chase is there because he got
I thought you were going to finish the whole what Michael and Willow were talking about.
Oh, no. I mean, I guess so, but
we can get back to that?
Yeah, that all kind of goes in. That was like...
We'll talk about that later.
That part of the day was like boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Like we can just shoot it all out at one time. Yes, Chase was there. His eyes were all red because he had to pepper spray someone, and pepper spray, as we all know, moves very quickly. So he got some pepper spray in his eyes, and they told him to sit and wait for a half hour before he drove. So he's just sitting there minding his own business, and Tracy comes up and is like, oh my gosh, is everything okay? Blah, blah, blah. And he's like, what are you talking about? Did your father fall? Is he in the hospital? Is something? And Chase is just like, what? And then he says, no, I got some pepper spray in my eyes and I'm just sitting here resting until it's safe to drive. And she's like, oh, okay, see you later. And he's not having it.
I can't decide if that was Tracy-ish or not.
I don't think it was. I think it was general, like, real concern.
Well, no. I mean, her even starting the conversation of jumping to, oh my gosh, is it your dad? First of all, Chase is a cop.
Yes, there is a chance he would get injured on the job.
Or upset about something on the job.
Right. That
he is sitting there just trying to think things through.
Mm-hmm.
You know, or maybe, I don't know. I thought, I understand why she jumped that quickly. Oh, you know what? She didn't know that he didn't know, though.
Right.
Okay, that's right. If she had known that he didn't know, she wouldn't have said anything. She would have just automatically assumed something else.
Or waited for him to give more details. Yes.
Yeah. I did love how he is so polite. Miss Quartermain, Tracy, shut up.
Right, exactly. Give me the information. So we don't see her tell him, but then in the next clip, we see Finn there and her being like, oh my gosh, I am so sorry.
She did tell him.
She did tell him, but we didn't get to see that, right?
Yeah, she did. And Finn was behind her and she said, I'm so sorry, your dad has ALS.
How did I miss that?
He looked right over her shoulder and Finn was there and Finn was like stopped and he's like, so, because Finn heard her tell him.
I don't know how I missed that.
Yeah.
Apparently I was doing something else.
It's okay.
Huh.
Sometimes
all right,
it's hard to focus.
I apologize.
It's okay.
No, I feel like I was focused. I don't know. I must have missed it.
It's okay. That has happened to me how many times?
Yeah, I know, but now I'm like, I want to go back and rewatch because I thought they didn't show it. And then it was just like, oh, you know, sometimes they do that.
Because she tried, that's when he yelled at her.
Okay.
Because but that's when he called her Tracy.
I thought he called her Tracy when she started to walk away. Like, she started to walk away and he was like,
all right, what day was that?
Wait.
It was later in the week, so.
Thursday?
To the library! Darren's going to regret ever talking to us. No, he's not, because we're new best friends.
We are. He disappointed me again this week, because now I have my crush on him, and I just didn't like it.
All right.
Chase, are you all right?
I'm fine.
You're clearly not fine. Did something happen to Brooklyn?
No.
Is it your father?
She did
You called him. Is Gregory in the ER? I was just talking to Finn. We should go get him.
Whoa, wait, slow down. What are you talking about?
Well, you were crying, so I thought that...
That my father fell? There was some pepper spray. It's nothing.
Oh. Well, don't they teach you how to use that stuff? I hope you feel better.
Oh, no, not so fast. You're not going anywhere until you tell me what's going on.
Nothing's going on. I was mistaken.
Miss Court, I can see that you know something that I don't. Tell me what it is.
Tracy, I think you should speak to your father.
About what? My father only touched up with you because of nothing. So how could you know something about him falling dead? I don't know.
Didn't say that I know anything.
Tracy, damn it. Tell me what's going on.
Jesus. What's on your lips?
Oh, my God.
Pick something else.
Yeah, I must have got up to pee, or I remember Madeline was in my room, and she asked about Gladys saying that gambling is a disease, and I was kind of, like, explained to her that addiction is a disease, blah, blah, blah. So I totally missed that. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Anyway, but yeah, so Tracy told him,
And he didn't tell her to shut up, which is what I said. But you said that he said to tell him. She did ask about Brooklyn first.
She did.
So that's good.
Yes.
So I guess that is a rational assumption to go to the next step.
I just didn't like, and I know they did not have control over the fact that we only had 3 episodes, but I didn't like how we saw that, and then Chase walks outside, and he sits down, and he's crying, and there's nothing else after that.
So good. But she says that she had just seen Finn.
Yeah.
So why did she just...
She
and Finn talking about something to do with Gregory?
No, she had just seen Finn and told him that she's back on the board of directors.
Yes, she is.
And
so it's not like they were talking about Gregory, and then that's what I was confused about, because I'm like, why would you say... No. That's where she should have known to not say anything, because she had just been with Finn, and nothing came up about Gregory.
But I think that...
Good, bad, or indifferent.
But I think that's what she meant, is I was just talking to Finn, and he didn't know anything, so like, you're here, now we better go get Finn, so we're all on the same page.
Gotcha. Okay. I see.
Yes. But then I was mad that I want to see him tell Brooklyn. I want to, like, see him get to process this. And instead, in my mind, he's just sitting against the building crying still.
Well, so that would have been a Wednesday episode. So yeah, Friday will be next week.
I know, but I don't like waiting.
I know.
There you go. So
I was more worried about it actually being like out and painting all over, writing all over my thing. But then we saw Alexis accidentally found
his bucket
list, which I loved, and I did get.
Of course you did.
Of course I did.
Have you read the book?
No.
Okay.
I have never read that book.
Okay. Good.
Anna Karenina, right? Have you?
No.
Oh, okay.
But you read everything, and so I was waiting for you to be like, I can't believe Gregory hasn't read that either.
Okay, I am surprised because I do know that it is like a... Where's my screenshot?
Oh, no.
Ah, there it is. Okay. So on his bucket list is skydive.
Okay.
Visit the Van Gogh Museum in Amsterdam. While you're there, get Luke.
Yes, please.
Just saying. Take Violet to Disneyland.
Yes.
Try hot yoga. Elephant ride in Botswana. Throw axes, which is the one that was highlighted. Are you a highlighter or a crosser outer? Okay. Highlight is to bring the attention.
Yes.
Not to, okay. You answered that quick.
Yes,
You're like, I know where you're going.
There is a way to do it, and I'm agreeing with you.
If you use a highlighter to cross things off of a list, can you please email us at peer54podcast@gmail.com?
Just so we can tell you that you're wrong and that you need to cross things off.
You're all about telling people that they're wrong. I just want to understand why. Land in a seaplane.
You can ask for their explanation, but I'm still going to tell them that they're wrong at the end of the day, because that's just certain things you don't do.
But what if it makes sense?
It doesn't make sense.
Okay.
I've already made my ruling. Thank you.
Wine
just
taste
call me
in
Judge.
Sonoma.
What's his name?
Just call me what?
Judge. What's his name? The guy that we're fighting because of Drew.
Kim?
Is it Judge Kim?
I can't remember off the top of my head. I think it is.
I don't know. But yeah, just call me him. I've made up my mind. That's it.
Sing karaoke. Read Anna Karenina. Why can't I say that word right now? I'm assuming it says climb Machu Picchu because it just says Machu Picchu. And then it says crawl in Dublin. I'm assuming pub crawl. And then she said go to racing school because it just says to racing school. But she said go to racing school or something like that. So
he better get on it for some of those. They don't happen overnight.
No, pretty sure you have to train. for Machu Picchu. Like, that's right. It's not a gentle,
relaxing walk up a hill.
No. It's a 4-day trek.
Oh my gosh.
2 to 7 days. Sorry, it can be 2 to 7 days.
I'll wait at the bottom for you.
26 miles. You have to stay hydrated and well fed. Sure.
I'll wait at the bottom with a gold star for you. If you want to do it.
Be ready for all 4 seasons. Oh, okay. Get altitude sickness. Yes, I understand.
No, thank you. That doesn't sound fun to me. I'm sure that the view is amazing.
That's the last thing that's listed on this. Expect the view to be indescribable.
I am absolutely positive that it is, but I just don't know that I could walk for that long and go through those extreme temperatures like that. Especially if I'm already sick. Like, no, thank you.
There is...
Couldn't you skydive to the top? And then, boom, you got 2 things off your bucket list at once. Buy one, get one free.
It's kind of dangerous to want to skydive into.
You're dying anyway. Let's get it done. Amanda! He is. If you're making... There's a difference between a bucket list... In your mind, you're going to live forever. Everyone thinks they have more...
It goes up to 13,800 feet. 828 feet.
Okay, so again...
Planes don't go much higher than that. How high do planes go?
Well, then maybe they could do a helicopter and, like, drop a ladder down. And
why doesn't he just bungee cord?
There you go. He touched it. God. He touched the tip, and now he's done.
31,000 to 42,000 feet. Okay. How... high do you have to be to skydive?
Can you just drop me off like a third where I only have to complete the last like third of it?
Oh my gosh, it could work.
See?
Oh, tandem skydiving height is usually around 14,000 feet. So if that only goes to 14,000 feet, but planes typically go between 32 to 40, but there's probably a reason why they don't let you out of the plane at 32,000 feet.
Okay, but again, you write a bucket.
He could skydive off of.
No.
Yes.
No.
Can you skydive off?
No. Let me finish this. You write a bucket list when you think that you're healthy and going to live forever. And it includes like some crazy things, but some normal things and whatever. Okay. There's a difference between that and the bucket list that you write when you know that you're dying. And you have to be a little more carefree because the end result is the same. So if I ever have a timeline that I know of on my life, I might go do the whole mountain thing. I'm just going to skydive there.
Have you watched the movie The Bucket List?
No.
Oh, it's good. It's Morgan Freeman and Jack Nicholson, and they're both dying and put together a bucket list, and they go and do it together.
I hope they got some BOGOs in there to help them move along.
So I don't think that it would work because it says that it is considered a sacred place, and so no obscene acts or like loud noises. And I'm pretty sure that I would at least be screaming while skydiving.
Maybe he can promise to be quiet.
Take a vow of silence is now suddenly on
yes!
his.
If that works. I'm just saying. His bucket list is full of some pretty big things.
Yeah, it really is.
If we could combine some things, we'd have a better chance of completing it.
Okay.
I think it's a great idea. BOGO. Skydiving. Love it. But anyway, Alexis did not take him skydiving.
No.
She said, I'll do some hot yoga with you. And I loved how sweaty and gross they made her because it really annoys me when they do things and like their makeup is still perfect and their hair is still perfect and their clothes don't have a drop of sweat. She was sweaty and her hair was all sweaty.
You cannot do, I've never done hot yoga. It's actually one of the only ones that I've never done. Not one of the only ones that but like it's one of the more popular ones, I guess, that I've just never done it. Mm-hmm. I think it'd be fun because I love, okay, that's possibly a lie because back when I went to a gym that did have a sauna, I would do some poses in it as stretches, but I just always took it as stretches in a sauna. That's not really considered hot yoga. That's hot stretching. But I feel like hot yoga would be fun.
No, thank you. I'll sit in a
like
sauna.
Sweating though.
I'll sit in a sauna and get all hot and sweaty and then jump in a nice shower, but I don't want to have to like move when I'm getting all sweaty. That's just not fun.
It is though.
There's a reason I never played sports. Don't like getting all hot and sweaty. So yeah, they marked it off the bucket list. That was like pretty much all that went. She still has an article of his that she needs to read that she hasn't read yet. And she needs to tell Esme to quit announcing who her guests are because that had us all rolled into Sonny. Sonny went to visit Michael.
Well, hold on. So before that, though, they discussed what that judge is probably doing. And they want the public, they're trying to set a precedent. They're trying to change law. They're trying to set a standard. So that is why he's giving such harsh punishment to Drew.
Right.
Is he wants that to be the white collar punishment for what was done, even though it hasn't been done before. So why don't they promote what he is doing? So I feel like this judge is going to become a character.
Oh.
So new character foreshadowing? I feel like we should have to.
Okay.
If you're going to have someone like this, that's...
Yeah.
So is there, like, oh no, we already know his name. Never mind. Darn it, they kind of really ruined that one, didn't they? They could have brought someone back. Mm-hmm. But we already know their name. If they just kept saying, like, the judge.
Yeah, like I do, because I don't remember names. So,
okay.
But anyway, we had Sonny go visit Michael and asked him for a big favor, and then you didn't know what he said. And then he went to Alexis and asked her for a favor. And she kind of laughed at him because she was like, most people, when they want a favor, they're like, please, can you help me? You just kind of walk in here and demand stuff. But whatever, what do you need? And you got that was about Drew because he said, I want to know if you'll help save a man's life.
Right.
And then he went to Carly's house. And she was equally confused because she was like, the girls are in school. What do you want? Blah, blah, blah. And so it turned out, and he went to Christina. So it turned out that Michael, Carly, and Christina were all about the fact that he is eloping, and he wanted, in Carly's case, Donna to be able to go. And I was like talking to my TV because he's like, if you'll allow her to go. And I'm like, of course she's going to allow her to go. She doesn't want to because you're a jerk and your soon-to-be wife is a jerk. But yeah, she can't tell the kid no. And then she even offered, because Carly's such a nice person, to let Avery come and get ready there, and then he could just pick up both kids together for their plane ride.
Right. I did not write down who the new judge is. That's what I was just looking through. Oops.
Whatever. Judge Dude. We all know who
Judge
we're talking
Dude.
about.
Yeah, so, but that's where Carly was shocked.
I guess.
Shaken. Carly was shaken. Is that where Carly was shaken?
I don't know, because I feel like the word should have been shocked, and it would have been to hear that they were eloping.
Right.
Because she even said Nina has a whole planner, and that's all I've heard about, blah, blah, blah. So shocked would make sense. And then he said, oh, by the way, I have been working on the favor that you asked me for of getting Drew to not go back to Pentonville or whatever. And she was like, oh my gosh, thank you. So
right.
Carly, shocked and grateful. Those two words would have worked great, but shaken? No.
Shaken is, I can't even think right now. I mean, it's probably when Drew was beat up.
Yeah.
Would have been the,
right.
Because she can't get a hold of him. She can't, he's in the hospital. Yeah, you're shaken because you're like, what?
Yes.
Not over, okay. Her how many times now ex-husband marrying someone else, like he has how many other times when they were divorced. She's been here. She's done that.
And he was already dating her before they even got divorced. So it's not a real shock that that's where you're going. You've been engaged.
Right.
It's not like you met Friday and you're getting married Saturday and telling everyone. Right. That would be shocking.
Yes. So Nina's number, though, is area code 716, which is Buffalo.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep. So I think, because last week we were talking about the plane ride to New York City. And I'm like, it's Buffalo. But then I was like, oh, no, maybe it's Rochester. So I think it's Buffalo because
I didn't like... So Valentin is in his new house, and it's so beautiful.
This is so not like him.
And first, Anna comes by, and she's like, what's going on, blah, blah, blah. And he says, I bought this as a surprise for you, but now Charlotte's having so many issues. I don't think it's the time for you to move in. And, I still want to see you all the time and blah, 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 but I don't think you should live here. Charlotte overhears that and should be happy because she thinks that Anna's like the worst thing ever.
Right. And the whole letter was read this week too, describing what Victor was talking about with Charlotte.
Right.
But Anna was very, you have to do what's best for Charlotte. Like she didn't give any pushback.
Right.
She was like, nope, I understand.
100%. That's fine. And then Nina comes over to tell Valentin that she's going to elope and to check on everything with Charlotte and stuff. And then Charlotte comes back in and is like, oh my gosh, Nina, I miss you so much. We need to do this. We need to do that. We should travel. And Nina, instead of saying, oh, honey, maybe we could plan just us a girls' trip would be great, but it wouldn't be appropriate for me to go on a trip with your dad, being that he's with Anna and I am going to marry Sonny in 2 days or whatever. Instead, she totally throws Anna under the bus again. I don't think Anna would appreciate that. No, I don't think Sonny would appreciate
Especially
that
where she
either.
knows that Valentin thinks that Charlotte burnt
Right.
down Anna's house. Maybe we don't say something
So negative about
Yeah.
Anna.
Which, to be fair, it's really not that negative out of, if it were not done in this context, if it was just any other, like if she wasn't worried about Charlotte.
She could have said, that's not how adult relationships work, honey, and kind of laughed like at the absurdity of it to Valentin. Like, obviously we're not going to do that, and our significant others would not be okay with that
Well,
or
I can bring
something.
Sonny and Valentin and your dad can bring Anna.
Right,
The 5 of us can go.
right. Anything like that. But instead she's just like, oh no, Anna wouldn't like that. Would you really go if Anna was like, sure, go ahead? No, so don't say it like that.
Right.
Very frustrated with all of that. And then Valentin still hasn't told Anna. That's someone who could be shaking or whatever it was,
Yeah.
because she doesn't know who is out making these mini attacks on her, and they're getting more and more personal.
She did get on him about lying, though.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, because he's like, all I've wanted for as long as I remember is to be with you. So why is he lying to her now? Like,
Right.
why is he?
And especially over this, like the Pikeman stuff. Okay, I don't know the depths of that, so maybe there's confidential
But
stuff
over
that
the
he
Charlotte
can't
stuff,
share.
100%.
Right. She has a daughter. She remembers how difficult the teenage years were for Maxie and Georgie through Mac. If he would say to her, hey, I'm not sure, but I think this is what's going on, she would 100% be like, okay, I'm not about pressing charges. I'm about, let's figure out why she suddenly really hates me and
Right.
get her into some type of therapy, because, again, I'm not convinced that she burned down the house. But no matter what, she's acting out in inappropriate ways. Let's help her.
Well, and why is Valentin not even hinting around about, so like he told her, I need to be spending more time with Charlotte. He could straight up be asking Anna, so how did you handle when Robin was upset with you for being gone for so long?
Right.
You've literally been in this position.
Yep.
How did you and Robert handle that?
But no, he's just going to lie.
And give Nina all the hugs. And then Sonny and Anna are talking. And then, okay, I know that you were asking in general, why have Anna and Sonny never been, we are not doing partner swapping right now, though. Like, that is not happening.
I agree.
It is dumb. Stop it right now. If that is where it's going. I'm sorry. That's,
Unless they make Valentin find out what Nina did and he keeps it from Anna. Then when it comes out, because Michael said he has someone hot on the trail.
no, we're not doing that again where they have to get married just so that they don't testify against the other
No. I'm
person.
just saying Michael is going to tell everyone that it was Nina, and then Sonny is going to break up with Nina.
Yes.
And Nina's going to be like, oh no, I need protection and I need someone to tell me that I'm not a bad person, even though I am. And she's going to run to Valentin, and he's going to be like, it's okay, Nina, blah, blah, blah. And then Anna is going to be like, Valentin, you've been lying to me about all this stuff, and you knew who turned in them. Like, that wasn't even part of our relationship, but yet you didn't tell me anything about it. I'm done too. And then her and Sonny can end up together, and he can get back together with Nina.
My face is all scrunched up.
I'm just
I don't
saying
know.
that's how
I
they
mean,
do a
it's-
swap. I'm not saying that's what I'm for.
I know, but like, do we really need Anna going through that again? Because that's what she went through with Finn, and then
I mean, that's what she does with everybody. That's the only storyline that they give her. She never actually ends up in a real relationship with someone.
oh my gosh, except for David Hayward.
She hasn't been
Hint,
in a
hint, hint, hint.
real relationship since being with Robert and Duke, obviously.
Yeah, but wow. Yeah. No, no.
I'm not disagreeing with you on the no. I'm just letting you know that's how it would all lead together.
Okay. But it's not happening, and I'm just overthinking things.
You know.
Never.
That doesn't happen.
Never.
All right, so what else happened this week?
Well, before that, Martin had met with Valentin, and
Oh, yeah.
Valentin's like, so if I talk to you about other things, is it still under?
And poor Martin's like, what? She did what? She's a teenage girl that she set Anna's house on fire.
Right. Like, this is not where I thought that was going.
And I think he even said, you haven't said anything to Anna?
Right.
Very odd.
And that's the thing, too, is that he knows that Anna has, obviously, she could never look the other way entirely when it came to Sonny, but he knows that she's never overly actively pursued
Right.
getting Sonny into trouble. So if she would do that for an adult that her daughter
Yes.
has a close relationship with. Don't you think that she would do the same thing for the daughter of the man that she loves?
I would think
Just
so.
kind of putting all that together. But then Valentin calls Laura, so Laura and Kevin
And that is ridiculous.
have a conversation about going to Switzerland or going to London from Switzerland. New York is not in the middle.
Right. Did you
Do you
think
think
you were
you
just
can
going to
stop
by Port Charles on your way there? No,
It's
no,
not
I
in the
can't.
middle.
There's no reason for that. And
You can't get a layover in Port Charles on the way to London.
what do you want me to do? If I'm not allowed to talk to Charlotte and ask her what happened, because we're keeping that from her.
Right.
And you already have planned out, you're going to do this whole therapy route and cover her butt by having Martin make sure everything doesn't come to light. What is Laura going to do?
I just don't like what's being done with Valentin. He is definitely very much okay, there is something wrong with my kiddo. We need to get her the help that she needs. I don't feel like he's the kind of dad that
he's just
would
now
cover her I understand his concern with her not understanding the depth of what she did with the house.
Right.
But I also don't feel like he's the kind of guy that just lets her skate.
Yeah. And
He
again,
didn't ask anything about the tarot cards and wasn't like, honey, how often are you doing these?
Right.
Why are you doing this?
didn't go into her room at all. I am 100% kids have a right to privacy until they're doing something fishy and you need to figure out what the cause of this is. Drugs, alcohol, whatever. You go in their room. I'm not saying rip it to shreds, but just kind of move some stuff around and see if you can get an inkling of what's going on. And then you just I can't talk. You would have seen this box with the tarot cards and this very detailed letter from your dad.
Right.
It's not that hard. It's not like she's hiding it in her book bag all the time or whatever.
Yeah.
You could get it.
Yeah.
And I just don't get it. I just hope that they don't make her turn Jake bad.
No.
Because she'll be like, Jake, will you help me? And bat a little eyelashes. And then he'll be doing bad stuff too.
Ugh.
Because Elizabeth doesn't need that.
No. Although they would have a really weird bonding experience over the fact that they both had mind control from a Cassadine.
True.
He's going to be the only person in her life that understands, like Helena did to him.
Right.
I mean, I don't know how Victor is really and that's the other thing. It's a letter.
Right. Wouldn't you take it to your dad and be like, hey, Grandpa Victor that I've already heard you guys talk about is insane. Sent me these cards with this letter that says Anna's bad news. Do you think maybe we should talk about this or like investigate some? I'm concerned for you. And then Valentin could be like, oh no, honey, I'm the liar, not Anna. It's okay.
Right. And then Anna and Jordan talked about how she's a target and how, again, things are separate. And that's not going to work out really well for Valentin when Jordan figures out that it was Charlotte.
Yep.
There's clouds. Yes, they might have deleted from the servers or whatever. I'm not a security expert, but I feel like that footage is definitely still somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I did like, though, so back to our conversation about mom guilt. Laura having the mom guilt over Nicholas when that was her response to when Kevin was like, what else could you possibly have to offer your son?
Right.
And she's like, the fact that I wasn't there, that I will now do whatever I can to go get him. But Kevin had a point.
He's like, been there, done that. You've had this mom guilt over leaving him when he was a baby for 100,000 years, and you've let Nicholas take advantage of you because of it 100,000 times. He doesn't want to be found.
Right.
I don't understand why. I mean, Kevin said he has all these pending charges, but I don't understand why he wouldn't be reaching out to Spencer or Esme for Ace, but he's not. So,
right.
I'm bored with Nicholas already. They need to do something with him. Like, great, you're alive. Now do something.
Or just stay gone.
One or the other, yeah. But not these like little flashes of, I've come for my money. To do what?
Right. This is a storyline that needs to wrap up. We need to get done with the Lollipop Guild, the boss, the whatever.
Right.
Mason wasn't even on this week.
Nope.
Trina and Spencer left New York. Like, that's all that happened with them. They had a great time.
Yep. She was very excited. I thought it was cute that when they were packing, she was like, I'm glad that you had room in your suitcase because I didn't have room. Because that's totally a girl thing that no matter where you go.
She needs packing cubes.
She does. She does. Because she was just smushing stuff in there. But it was very cute. And, they stopped for a moment to take in.
She said, bye, room.
Yeah.
Thank you.
To take
I
in
loved
that.
It.
This is where we were together for the first through 500th time. And I won't forget it.
That's a lot.
I mean,
We're not getting back into that.
No. And actually, I didn't feel like that was overdone.
No.
I felt like they did do outside activities.
100%. Like they went and explored New York.
Yes.
He hooked up with behind the scenes at the Met.
Yeah.
Because he made a few calls.
Right.
But then
I actually did not feel like their lovemaking was overdone.
I think that was the perfect first weekend away for them.
Yeah.
Like super cute.
Right.
Yes. Oh, Anna told Robert about her security and asked for his help in uncovering who's behind it.
I thought that he was crappy, though. He's like, who's the suit? Like, why do you have that? When have you been taking favors from Sonny? He wants to make sure I don't die, thank you?
Right.
He has the resources? Did you offer me a bodyguard? Okay, then. Shut up.
Right. But he's going to help her. And the thing is, if he uncovers that it's Charlotte, he's going to go straight to Valentin because he's not. But here's the thing. Robert's not going to tell Anna. Robert's going to go straight to Valentin and be like, did
you have to tell Anna?
Or, hey, I just found this out, heads up. And then Valentin's going to be like really bad at lying at this point. And Robert's going to realize that he knew the entire time. And he's going to tell Valentin, dude, you just lost her.
Yep. She does not like liars.
No. I want to see Robert say, dude, you just lost her.
Do you want me to play you a song on the didgeridoo in remorse?
Wow.
Is there anything else? I feel like that was it. What am I missing?
Oh my gosh. So Sasha.
Oh. I just love it too much.
Dr. Montague talked to Janice, removed himself from her case. She has to see somebody else. And then we see him go into Sasha's room and has a syringe to her. And that was a great cliffhanger for a Monday, especially. That was a good one. Because then we had to wait 2 days to find out it was Cody opened the door and is trying to get him to not inject propofol, which is what killed Michael Jackson. Then Mac has one of the guards, so back at the PCPD, Mac has one of the guards say, you know what, can you go get Cody? I just want to talk to him. And the guard comes back and is like, yeah, so Cody's not here.
Dante took him
Detective
to
Falconeri took him back to Ferncliff. And to be fair, he was kind of going crazy, so maybe not a bad idea. Mac's like, this doesn't sound right. I'm going to chug over there too. And Cody's able to wrestle the syringe. I thought for sure that Cody was going to be injected. Thank goodness it was not. And he gets it. And then Dante comes around the corner and is like, Cody, you got to stop now. Like, up until this point, you've been okay.
Right.
We're going to stop now. They get arrested. Mac shows up and is, what happened, guys? And Janice actually, because Janice had walked in too.
Yes.
And saw him.
And he said, you're going to open all the security doors for me and you're going to let me walk out of here with her.
Right. He was trying to kidnap her. Yep.
And she was like,
no.
Oh, geez. And so then Max said, is that how that went down? He was just taking her, protecting her from Cody. And she was like, no, he was going to kill her.
Right.
I thought when they were standing there having that conversation, the syringe was still on the floor, that he was going to lean down real quick and grab it and use Janice as a hostage. And that would be how they would like end her time on the show.
Have her die by that?
Mm-hmm. I'm not saying I want her to die. I'm just saying, like,
yeah,
I'm not sure where else they're going to take her character. So,
right. But then they tie or cuff Montague to the bed, and Cody goes in and is, dude, if you ever touch her again, just right. And he's like, what are you talking about? My attorneys are going to sue you and the PCPD for assault and blah, 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 and blah, 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 and all these things. And Cody's like, well, just in case, and punched him right in the stomach again. I loved that.
Yep. And then Dante walks in and Montague's like, Mac, your detective saw. And Dante's like, I didn't see anything. I don't know what you're talking about.
I was outside.
Sorry.
And then Mac questions Dante about, so why'd you bring Cody back to Ferncliff? And he's like,
he needed an evaluation.
Yeah.
And Mac's like, you're so lucky that that's a good cover story.
Yep. But then Sam went to see Gladys, and Gladys was obviously packing for a getaway.
And she's like, I bought this fur coat for winters in New York, but I guess I'll take it anyway to this exotic island I'm going to.
Just in case. So then Sam's confronting her, and Gladys is dodging everything. And then Sonny showed up.
I was disappointed in Gladys for not coming up with a better reason for Cody and Sam to get along. I thought,
Right, that they're having an affair.
Yeah, she's stepping out on your son, Sonny. Her and Cody are hooking up, blah, blah, blah. No, they're not. And that's actually kind of insulting. Like, they couldn't have a business partnership or
guys and girls can be friends.
But I'm just saying, if you're saying that she's doing all this, for her own interest, okay, it could be a little bit more than I just don't want to see a bad guy go to jail. But don't just jump to their sleeping together. Like, no.
Right.
Come up with something more clever, Gladys.
But then she started to spill to Sonny everything that happened.
Because he's like, I already know.
Right. And then she kind of left some stuff out. And Sam's like, oh, wait. So she had this doctor drugging Sasha. And then Sonny puts together
and the
all
doctor
the things that happened.
The poker game.
Yep. And Sonny brings up her past of, you came to town telling everyone that Brando was dead.
Yep.
Did you not learn anything from my dad? And then she starts to, I understand gambling is an addiction. She was using it as an excuse, though.
Right.
You can't, addiction is a disease, but it's not always an excuse.
And I don't think,
especially when you're aware.
Exactly. I know that as we've talked about this before, I've said she's like teetering on addiction, but I don't know that I believe that she's addicted to the thrill of gambling as much as she just kept going higher and higher and higher, thinking I need that one big win and I'm going to pay off Miss Wu. And to me, those are two different things, because as someone who does enjoy gambling, I enjoy the bells and whistles went off and now it's spitting money out at me, blah, blah, blah. That in itself can be addicting, but it's not like...
And casinos know that. That's why they do it.
Exactly. But it's not like I have some mobster breathing down my neck. She paid Miss Wu off once. She could have gone to Sonny at that point and said, listen, I got into this game. I thought it would be fun. Now I'm in over my head. I paid her off. I want to be done. And things would have gone completely different.
Right.
Instead, she just kept, oh, sure, Miss Wu, I'll give you more money and it'll all work out in the end.
Right.
No.
So, yes, I didn't buy it. It
was a
couple weeks ago when we saw her saying, I've been going to meetings.
Yeah.
Like all that. I was happy about that. I was like, okay, cool. She's working on getting out of it. And no, not.
Right.
But then Sonny had Sam leave. And Gladys is like begging her, please don't go, please don't go. And Sam's like, he's going to do exactly what has to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I
think that's why I guess that's why I really don't take that she's a gambling addict, because to me, a gambling addict is someone who can't wait to get that taste of gambling again and the win and blah, blah, blah. She was addicted to the life that Sasha's money was providing to her.
Right.
She wasn't addicted.
It wasn't even her own winnings was providing it. It was right.
Exactly. It wasn't like, oh, I took $8,000 and turned it into $28,000 and now I bought a new fur coat, so I'm going to take another $8,000 and do that again. Oh wait, it didn't work. I'm going to do it again. Oh, that wait, it didn't work. Blah 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 blah. It was, I'm just having a fun game with my friends for millions of dollars, and then I'm going to go to the store and buy myself some new fur or new clothing and a fur coat and blah blah blah, all with Sasha's money.
Right.
So you can't blame that on gambling. You were just a bad person spending money that wasn't yours on whatever was fun to you, whether it was shopping or gambling or whatever.
Yep. So then Sonny tells Frank to come in.
Yeah.
And take Gladys back to Bridgeport, and she is not to come back, and she couldn't take the luggage because Sasha bought that luggage.
Yep.
Bonnie Burrows is off.
Oh, really?
That was the end of Gladys. Bonnie Burrows has exited.
No!
Bonnie Burrows exits General Hospital, but did Gladys deserve what she deserved? But did Gladys get what she deserved? Sorry, October 6th. On Thursday's General Hospital, this is from MichaelFairmanTV.com. On Thursday's General Hospital, Bonnie Burrows, machinations and lies caught up with her when Sonny sent her packing out of Port Charles. For months, Gladys has been an instigator and co-conspirator with Dr. Montague in the heinous drugging plot of Sasha and keeping her locked up in Ferncliff. All of this stemming from Gladys's gambling debt to Selena Wu and getting her hands on Sasha's inheritance. On yesterday's GH, so referencing the Thursday episode, the walls finally closed in on Gladys, and she admitted all of her wrongdoings to Sonny. In the end, she winds up being taken by Sonny's henchman Frank to be deposited back to Bridgeport from whence she came. Actress Bonnie Burrows spoke to Soap Opera Digest in their latest issues on newsstands now. This is why we don't read, we don't read the magazines. We don't look for spoilers, any of that. Even at the grocery store, if anything, I Instacart now more. Thank goodness Aldi does not have those at their end cap. But still, we avoid these things as much as possible. But she spoke with Soap Opera Digest about her departure from the ABC daytime drama series. She has played the role since July of 2019. Burroughs expressed that she did get a heads up from GH executive producer Frank Valentini that her gig was coming to an end and how it helped her prepare for her to say goodbye to the character and the soap opera. I'm glad that I got a heads up because if I hadn't, when I got the script for the last episode, it would have hit me harder. As to her time playing Gladys and why she could play her so well, Burroughs acknowledged, I am attracted to characters who are messy. Gladys is a liar. She's never been fully mature, well-functioning adult. She couldn't get her act together in the end. When it was really bad, it was all about self-preservation at the expense of Sasha's well-being.
Yeah.
Many GH viewers have cried out that this ending for Gladys was not severe enough punishment for her crimes. In addition, many thought Gladys would be killed off, and it would lead to a new murder mystery with several prime suspects. Ooh.
That would have been good.
However, none of that came to fruition.
I'm glad they didn't kill her off because then that means that they can bring her back at some point in time if they need to. I don't know why they would need to, but if they would. But at the same time, it does make me sad. I thought we'd at least have a couple more weeks of Sonny having her locked up somewhere and meeting with the attorney to give back the rights to Sasha.
Why are we not seeing her go to court for this? Why are we not seeing Dr. Montague turn on her? Right. Because now if that means Gladys is not going to be at Dr. Montague's trial. So it really should have, her time should have ended. Okay, I love the fact that Sonny has banished her. Mm-hmm. But he should have made her do her stuff first. If I had known that that was the end, I didn't know it was the end until after I was like, okay, that felt weird. Mm-hmm. And so I Googled.
That makes me sad.
It does.
I liked hating Gladys.
I liked liking Gladys when I liked her. Now Brooklyn needs a new assistant.
Yeah.
Oh, no, she doesn't. She doesn't have a job anymore. Never mind.
Well, if she
Maxie fired her.
Another new job, she'll need another new assistant. And I really want to know what they're going to do with Montague, because whenever he walked out of the door and was supposed to be saying goodbye, he was like, this is not the last that you'll see of me. And I was like, good, that means you're going to stick around. Right. But then they ended up arresting him. Are we just going to throw him in jail and be done with him?
Well, but that's exactly it. They could have arrested Gladys also and then have her go away to jail like we did with Brad for years and years and years. You know, I don't feel like there's justice here.
Right.
Yes, Sasha is not going to have to go back to Ferncliff. However, she's not going to. We need this woman to finally have a good ending to some of the tragic stuff that has happened to her. And this is one that is 100% possible because of the justice system.
We need a sign, justice for Sasha.
Yes.
I'm holding up an imaginary sign.
She is.
Justice for Sasha.
But really, that could have at least given her closure that she did not get from Liam, that she did not get from Brando's death. Right. She would have at least seen something horrible that happened to her have
closure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Even finding out that Heather Weber's who killed her husband, I don't think did anything. Because she just went back to jail.
Right.
So, yeah, before I knew that it was the end, I thought it was good. So, I mean, that's all that happened this week. I guess in 3 days, we really did have a lot to talk about, at least.
Yeah.
Reality check.
So what'd you do with your time that you didn't have an hour and a half of General Hospital to watch?
I slept because a not fun reality check is, I think I mentioned last week that my ex and his wife are getting divorced, and it's hitting Madeline in those ways that it typically hits younger kids. So she's super clingy and she's not sleeping and she wants me sleeping with her. She's the worst person. I think I've mentioned this before. She's the worst person in the world to sleep with because she sleeps upside down and sideways and on top of you. And
she's really big now.
And she's
not a little kid.
I have a king size bed and her little body can spread out to take up that entire mattress so that there is no way for me to lay. I am not exaggerating. That is just how she spreads herself out. Or she goes the other way and wants to snuggle right on top of me. And I do not like being touched when I'm sleeping. You have your side of the bed, I have my side. Good night. So
get her a body pillow. Get her one of those big body pillows.
Those. Oh, okay. It doesn't
Never mind.
Then the body pillow's right up against me and she's flinging her arm over top of it. So yes. So Friday night? Yeah, Friday night. I did not sleep at all. We had been at my mom's for a while, so we were out late, and then we got home and she slept for like an hour, and then she was in my bed, and then I still couldn't sleep because I can't be monkey in the middle between her and Ryan, so I convinced her to go in her bed, and yeah, she just takes up the whole bed, and I was not comfy and did not sleep at all. So yesterday was like, yeah, I don't care. I'm sorry. I am taking this time to have nap time because I'm exhausted. So that was that. Not fun. Not fun reality check, but we'll make it through. The other reality check, you asked me about Megan. She had her appointment on Thursday. I had to take my mom to the doctor in the morning because she had this like minor back surgery thing she had to do. And then I had to get Megan to her appointment. So it was like a day of let's drive all over
Mom okay?
town. She's fine. She's just like a typical old person. She has arthritis and stuff in her back and in her knees. And so the combination of the two make it very difficult to walk and not be in pain.
Yeah.
So they do almost like an epidural in her back so that she can like straighten up and the pain isn't there. It's like less than an hour.
A cortisol shot?
Cortisol's cortisone? Cortisol.
No, cortisol is the stuff it's the hormone cortisol's a hormone. Hold on. What's the shot?
Cortisone. She has the cortisone shots in her knees so that those don't hurt. But in her back, I'm pretty sure, I don't know that it's called an epidural, but it's like an epidural because it blocks the pain so that she can stand upright and walk right. So anyway, she had that done. Take Megan to the doctor. She's been in a walking boot for the past month. Emily has to be at work. Megan needs to go to her doctor. Megan's doctor, it was down at Children's, but it's going to be in and out because she's in a boot. They're going to x-ray it. They're going to say they didn't see anything broken last time. It must be healing. It's all going to be done, right? No, of course not. Not with my children. In comes a different doctor.
Oh, no.
He seemed more like maybe he was like the head of surgery or something. And he's like asking me questions that I automatically felt like I was being tricked because you know how you feel when doctors, nothing against people with accents, but he had like an accent that I'm like, okay, I'm trying to listen really hard to understand what you're saying. And now I feel really intimidated. So he's like, what did they tell you last time? And I'm like, they said that the amount of pain that she was in wasn't normal. And so they were putting her in the boot so that it could heal, but that they hadn't seen anything broken, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, no.
And he was like, yeah, there's nothing broken, but it's a sprain, like of all the soft tissue in the middle of her foot, which actually hurts more than an ankle sprain and takes longer to heal. And he was like, so they should have told you, yeah, she needed to be in a boot, but that she should be non-weight bearing for this month.
My gosh.
And I was like, yeah, no, they never told us that. They said we could use crutches, like if that made it easier for her, but she was not told she had to use crutches. And he was like, so I want her to keep the boot on for another 3 weeks, start physical therapy, and she has to use crutches so that she's non-weight bearing. And Megan interjects, 100% love that this girl will advocate for herself all over the place, but she jumps in and is like, this boot is stupid. It's not holding my foot tight enough. Even when I pump it up all the way, I can still feel my foot sliding. And I'm sorry, but like it's hot and inconvenient. I'm going to end up taking it off just because I want to relax for a couple minutes. At that point, you might as well cast me. And he says, okay, we can put you in a cast. So Megan's in a cast. And she has crutches because she's non-weight bearing for the next 3 weeks. And then she gets to do physical therapy. All from falling down a darn set of stairs. Like your entrance to your house. Like that kind of stairs.
That's like 4 stairs.
That's what she fell down.
It only takes 1.
I understand, but it's so frustrating. So frustrating.
Can I ask a question? Did the stairs have a railing?
I don't know. I'm sure she wasn't using it, even if it did, which is funny.
One of the big things, like for occupancy permits, is if it's more than 3 steps, you have to have a railing. And people are always like, who would blah, blah, blah. And this, can I still use it as a story? Pretend that I won't.
Of course, no, it's actually really funny because I know random facts about real estate because of you. And so they said she needed to be on crutches. And she said, well, we don't really need another pair of crutches because we have like 4, because I've told you before, Megan falls down the steps all the time and sprains her ankle or whatever. And I was like, they said, but the physical therapist will like show you how to use the crutches because this is like a bigger deal or whatever. And I'm like, yes, please show her how to use them. We'll take another pair. It's fine, whatever. And so they took her over to the physical therapy room, and that lady is like, okay, I need you to practice going upstairs. Do you have a banister in your house on your main steps? And she's like, I don't know. And so the lady comes out and is like, do you have a banister? And I'm like, yes, we do. And I'm thinking Shannon's over here going, if it's more than X amount of steps, there has to be a banister, because that's not.
Only in certain areas, though, because every single one has different.
So I thought of you as
requirements.
Doctor. But yeah.
To be fair, though, do we really use the word banister anymore?
She might have said railing.
Okay.
She might have said railing, but to me, it's a banister.
No,
in my old house, it was a banister, because to me, a banister is like built into the house and a railing is like screwed into the wall. I don't know if that's the actual difference, but like at my old house, I had a banister that ran down the one side. So I did not have a railing on the other side of the house, which may totally have been against code, but that was how it was. But new house does have a railing. There we go.
Banisters are freestanding and railings are wall mounted.
There you go. See, look at me knowing the definition of stuff I didn't even know I knew the definition of. But either way, yes, Megan is in a cast for the next 3 weeks, which means no driving still. So I get to play chauffeur for everyone.
Good times.
Yeah. How about you? What did you do?
Not a whole lot. I went to the Mercy Me concert on Thursday night, and so that was fun. It was the first night of their new tour, and so like they had the set list, but I think that they didn't. I mean, they've been around for 30 years, so they definitely know how to time a show.
Yeah.
Like, they've got this. But so the show started at 7, and they had 2 openers. So my friend and I get down there. Doors opened at 6. Show started at 7. And we're both very much, it's a school night.
Uh-huh.
We're not young enough to be doing this stuff on a school night anymore. And she doesn't even have kids, but she just doesn't like to do stuff during the work week.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, that is fair enough. I didn't get home until after midnight.
Oh.
The concert was like 4.5 hours.
Oh my gosh.
It was almost 10 when they were halfway through their show. I think it was 9:30 before they even came on. So maybe it was over at 11. So no, but that would be 4 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. But It was really, really good. So
good.
If you have a chance to go see Mercy Me, go. But so she wasn't mentioned this week, which I wonder if we had our original other 2 episodes. Because Willow did not talk to anybody about her dream of Harmony. So we are going to do the 411 about Harmony on this Thursday's Port Charles 411.
So have a good week.
And we'll meet you at the pier. Bye. Bye.
If you enjoyed today's show, we invite you to go to pier54podcast.com to subscribe on your favorite platform. Don't forget to leave us a review.
And you can also follow us on many social media channels. Just search for Pier 54 Podcast. Also, we are not perfect, so if there is something that we missed or messed up, just let us know by emailing us at pier54podcast@gmail.com.
Pay attention. The ferry leaves at 10 a.m. Roads are busy.
Great.
Dad, pack the boot.
Yeah.
Rosie, got your teddy?
Uh-huh.
Honey, how's the car?
Windows clean, car wax covered.
I meant the tyres.
Oh, sorted them at Quick Fit last week.
Brilliant.
Planning the perfect getaway this summer? Make sure your tyres are up for the job. Book today at quickfit.com or your local centre. Quick Fit. Drive away happy every time.
LifeLock, how can I help?
The IRS said I filed my return,
but I haven't.
1 in 4 tax-paying Americans has paid the price of identity fraud.
What do I do?
My refund, though.
I'm freaking out.
Don't worry, I can fix this.
LifeLock fixes identity theft guaranteed and gets your money back with up to $3 million in coverage.
I'm so relieved.
No problem. I'll be with you every step of the way.
1 in 4 was a fraud-paying American. Not anymore. Save up to 40% your first year. Visit LifeLock.com/podcast. Terms apply.